They call it Project 2025, a plan, they say, for a brighter tomorrow, a world transformed by technology, where innovation reigns supreme. We're promised cleaner energy, advanced infrastructure, and a leap forward for humanity. It's a seductive vision, a utopian dream, peddled with the slick confidence of a late-night infomercial. Who wouldn't want a slice of that pie, right? It's the answer to all our problems, or so they'd have us believe. But like any good magic trick, we must ask ourselves, what's the catch? What lurks behind the smoke and mirrors of this grand illusion? Because beneath the shimmering surface of Project 2025, a darkness festers, a truth conveniently left unsaid in their glossy brochures and carefully worded promises. They talk about progress, about efficiency, about a world optimized for maximum output, but at what cost? What happens to the communities uprooted in the name of development? To the livelihoods sacrificed on the altar of automation? Project 2025, with its relentless pursuit of advancement, threatens to leave a trail of devastation in its wake. This isn't progress, it's a calculated demolition. It's the dismantling of our social fabric, the widening of the gap between the haves and the have-nots. They'll tell you it's a necessary evil, a small price to pay for a brighter tomorrow. But ask yourself, who truly reaps the rewards of this so-called progress? And what about the environment, the very planet we rely on for survival? Project 2025, with its insatiable hunger for resources and its reliance on untested technologies, poses a grave threat to our already fragile ecosystem. This isn't innovation, it's a gamble with the fate of our planet. They'll show you projections and graphs touting sustainability and responsible practices, but behind the carefully crafted facade lies a dangerous truth. Project 2025 is a pact with the devil, a deal struck at the expense of our planet's future. We are being sold a dangerous lie, one that could cost us everything. Project 2025 whispers sweet nothings of a world without labor, where machines toil tirelessly for humanity. But this seductive lie masks a brutal reality. What happens when the robots come for your job? When your skills are deemed obsolete by an algorithm? This isn't science fiction. It's the endpoint of relentless automation. Millions cast aside, deemed surplus by the machine's logic. They'll tell you about retraining programs, about new opportunities in the digital economy. But these are mere bandages on a gaping wound, empty platitudes as livelihoods are ripped away. The architects envision a world where a select few control the levers, while the rest scramble for scraps. It's a recipe for unprecedented social unrest, a pressure cooker of inequality ready to explode. Section 2, the disappearing middle. Remember the middle class? That bedrock of society, that engine of economic stability? Project 2025 has them marked in its crosshairs. As automation decimates industries and concentrates wealth in the hands of the few, the middle class is being squeezed from both ends. Their jobs are replaced by robots, their savings eroded by a rigged system. They're left clinging to the precipice, staring into the abyss of economic uncertainty. This isn't an accident, it's a calculated assault on the very fabric of our society. Project 2025 promises a world of abundance, but that abundance is destined for the pockets of the elite, the architects of this brave new world. The rest of us are left to fight over the crumbs, pitted against each other in a desperate scramble for survival. Section 3, the data divide. In the gleaming utopia promised by Project 2025, data is king. It's the lifeblood of the digital economy, the currency of the future. But access to this precious resource is far from equal. Project 2025 accelerates the rise of a two-tiered society, those who control the data and those who are controlled by it. On one side, a privileged elite with unfettered access to information, education, and opportunity. On the other, a vast underclass digitally redlined and denied the tools needed to thrive in this new world order. This isn't progress, it's digital feudalism. They'll talk about bridging the digital divide, of empowering the marginalized through technology. But these are hollow words, empty gestures meant to mask the true agenda, the consolidation of power in the hands of a data-hungry elite. Section 4, the surveillance state. Imagine a world blanketed by constant surveillance, where your every move is tracked, analyzed, and exploited. This isn't science fiction, it's the chilling reality taking shape under the auspices of Project 2025. In the name of security and efficiency, our privacy is being eroded at an alarming rate. Facial recognition software, ubiquitous sensors, and intrusive data mining algorithms are woven into the fabric of this so-called smart future. They're watching us, listening to us, building detailed profiles of our lives, our habits, our desires. And they're using this information to manipulate us, to nudge us towards decisions that serve their interests, not ours. Project 2025 promises a world of convenience, but that convenience comes at a steep price: our freedom. We are sleepwalking into a surveillance state where dissent is stifled and conformity is the price of admission. Section 5. Manufacturing consent. In the digital echo chamber envisioned by Project 2025, controlling the flow of information is paramount. Forget traditional media. The future of propaganda is personalized, targeted, and ruthlessly effective. Algorithms curate our news feeds, filter our search results, and bombard us with carefully crafted narratives designed to shape our perceptions and mold our opinions. Critical thinking is replaced by algorithmic confirmation bias. Dissent is silenced by an army of bots and trolls. Truth becomes a casualty in the battle for our minds. This isn't progress, it's the death of informed debate. They'll talk about the democratization of information, of the power of social media to connect people and amplify voices. But these are cynical lies. Project 2025 seeks to weaponize information, to transform the digital sphere into a tool of mass manipulation. Section 6, A World of Divisions. Project 2025 paints a picture of a unified future, a world brought together by the marvels of technology. But the reality is far more sinister. As inequality deepens, as privacy evaporates, and as trust erodes, the very bonds that hold society together are fraying at an alarming rate. Suspicion and resentment fester in the shadows. Communities fracture along digital fault lines. The social contract, that fragile agreement that binds us together, is torn to shreds. This isn't progress, it's a recipe for social disintegration. They'll talk about shared prosperity, of a rising tide lifting all boats. But these are the siren songs of demagogues, designed to lull us into a false sense of security as they dismantle the very foundations of our society. Section 1. The Earth as a Battery. Project 2025's insatiable hunger for energy is a ravenous beast, demanding ever-increasing sacrifices in the name of progress. They'll show you sleek solar panels and towering wind turbines, whispering sweet nothings about clean energy and a sustainable future. But these are mere window dressing, a carefully constructed facade designed to mask the ugly truth. Beneath the surface lies a network of extraction, a vast and brutal assault on the planet in the relentless pursuit of resources. From the lithium mines of South America to the rare earth pits of Inner Mongolia, the Earth is carved up and hollowed out, transformed into a giant battery to power the digital dreams of the few. The environmental costs are staggering, the damage irreversible, but these inconvenient truths are conveniently swept under the rug, hidden from view behind a wall of corporate greenwashing and empty promises. Section 2, The Illusion of Green. They'll dazzle you with technological marvels, with promises of carbon capture and geoengineering solutions. They'll speak of a future where innovation magically erases the consequences of our actions, where we can have our cake and eat it too. But this is the opium of the masses, a dangerous delusion that allows us to continue our unsustainable trajectory under the guise of environmental responsibility. The truth is far less comforting. Project 2025's reliance on untested technologies and its insatiable appetite for growth are a recipe for ecological disaster. For every step forward, we take 2 steps back, further entrenching ourselves in a system that prioritizes profit over the planet. The green sheen of Project 2025 masks a toxic reality, a future where the natural world is sacrificed on the altar of technological expediency. Section 3. The Resource Curse. The Earth's resources are finite, a fact conveniently ignored by the architects of Project 2025. Their relentless pursuit of progress, their insatiable hunger for the raw materials needed to build their digital utopia, is pushing us towards a precipice. We are on the brink of a global resource crisis, a scramble for the last vestiges of a planet plundered for profit. Water wars, land grabs, and resource-fueled conflicts are the inevitable consequences of this unsustainable trajectory. As scarcity bites and competition intensifies, the very fabric of global stability is threatened. They'll whisper about resource management, about sustainable practices, but these are hollow words, devoid of meaning in a system that prioritizes endless growth on a finite planet. The truth is far more brutal. We are on a collision course with ecological collapse, and Project 2025 is accelerating our demise. Section 4. The Climate Catastrophe. The clock is ticking, the warning signs are all around us, yet the architects of Project 2025 seem intent on turning a blind eye to the climate crisis. Their pursuit of technological advancement, their reliance on energy-intensive processes, and their disregard for the environmental consequences of their actions are pushing us towards a point of no return. Glaciers melt, sea levels rise, and extreme weather events become the norm. The delicate balance of our planet's ecosystem is disrupted with catastrophic consequences for humanity. But these inconvenient truths are dismissed as collateral damage, a small price to pay for the glorious future promised by Project 2025. They'll talk about green technology, about carbon offsets, but these are mere band-aids on a gaping wound. The time for half measures is long gone. Project 2025 is a pact with the devil, a deal struck at the expense of our planet's future. Remember the chilling silence that Rachel Carson so eloquently described in her seminal work? The absence of birdsong, the eerie quiet of a world stripped of its natural symphony? Project 2025 threatens to usher in a new era of ecological devastation, a sequel to Silent Spring far more terrifying than its predecessor. Biodiversity plummets, ecosystems collapse, and the intricate web of life that sustains us unravels before our eyes. The consequences are dire, the implications for our own survival impossible to ignore. But those in power, blinded by their technological hubris, seem content to sacrifice the natural world on the altar of progress. They'll talk about conservation efforts, about mitigating the damage. But these are empty gestures, meaningless platitudes in the face of such overwhelming destruction. The truth is far more sobering. Project 2025 is a death knell for countless species, a symphony of extinction played out on a global scale. The Earth is resilient, but it is not invincible. Project 2025, with its reckless disregard for the environment, its insatiable hunger for resources, and its unwavering faith in technological solutions, is pushing our planet to the brink. The question is, have we already gone too far? The damage inflicted on our planet may be irreversible, the consequences of our actions echoing for generations to come. The legacy of Project 2025 may be a world ravaged by climate change, a desolate wasteland stripped of its natural beauty and bounty. The time for complacency is over. The future of our planet, the very survival of our species, hangs in the balance. We must confront the uncomfortable truth about Project 2025 and chart a new course, one that prioritizes ecological sustainability over technological ambition. The alternative is unthinkable. Project 2025, in its relentless pursuit of efficiency and progress, marches blindly towards a chilling destination, the erosion of our very humanity. It promises a world where technology reigns supreme, where algorithms dictate our choices, and where human connection is relegated to the fringes of a digitized existence. But at what cost? We are on the precipice of a moral abyss, a world where the lines between right and wrong are blurred by the cold, calculating logic of the machine. The values that have guided us for centuries, empathy, compassion, and a shared sense of humanity, are deemed inefficient, outdated, and ultimately expendable in the face of technological expediency. This isn't progress, it's a Faustian bargain, a deal struck with the devil of technological determinism, a descent into a dystopian future where our humanity is the ultimate casualty. They promise us a world of personalized experiences, of tailored recommendations, of algorithms that anticipate our every need. But this seductive illusion of convenience masks a sinister truth, the gradual erosion of our free will. As we surrender more and more of our lives to the digital realm, we cede control to the algorithms that govern it. They track our every move, analyze our every click, and build detailed profiles of our hopes, fears, and desires. And then, subtly, insidiously, they begin to nudge us, to steer us towards decisions that align with their programming, not our own. Our choices become predictable, our actions predetermined by the invisible hand of the algorithm. We become cogs in a vast digital machine, our autonomy sacrificed at the altar of efficiency and profit. This isn't freedom. It's a gilded cage, a world where the illusion of choice masks the reality of algorithmic control. They bombard us with options, a dizzying array of products, services, and experiences, all tailored to our individual preferences. But this abundance of choice is a carefully curated illusion designed to mask the shrinking space for genuine autonomy. The algorithms that curate our digital lives limit our exposure to alternative viewpoints, to ideas that challenge the status quo. We are herded into echo chambers surrounded by those who share our biases, our worldviews, reinforced by a steady stream of algorithmically curated content. Critical thinking atrophies, dissent is silenced, and the very notion of a shared reality crumbles beneath our feet. This isn't freedom of choice, it's the tyranny of the algorithm, a world where the illusion of diversity masks the reality of intellectual homogeneity. In the cold, calculating logic of Project 2025, human beings are reduced to data points, units of economic output, cogs in a vast, impersonal machine. Our value is measured in clicks, likes, and shares, our worth determined by our ability to consume and produce. The inherent dignity of the human person, the unique spark of individuality that makes us who we are, is extinguished beneath the weight of data-driven decision-making. Empathy, compassion, and a sense of shared humanity are deemed inefficient, relics of a bygone era. In their place, we are offered a cold, sterile world of optimized efficiency, a world where human connection is sacrificed on the altar of technological progress. This isn't progress, it's a regression to a pre-Enlightenment worldview, a return to a time when human beings were seen as mere instruments of production, expendable resources in the pursuit of profit and power. Section 5, the engineering of consent. Forget Orwell's jackbooted thugs and telescreens. The dystopia envisioned by Project 2025 is far more insidious. It operates through seduction, not coercion, through the subtle manipulation of our desires and perceptions. The digital sphere, once hailed as a tool for liberation, is transformed into an instrument of control, a weaponized platform for the engineering of consent. Algorithms curate our news feeds, filter our search results, and bombard us with targeted propaganda designed to shape our opinions and mold our behavior. The line between reality and simulation blurs, critical thinking atrophies, and we become passive consumers of carefully crafted narratives. This isn't freedom of information, it's the weaponization of knowledge, the transformation of the digital sphere into a battleground for our minds. Section 6, the architects of inequality. Who benefits from this brave new world of algorithmic control? Human beings reduced to mere cogs in a vast, impersonal machine. The architects claim this revolution benefits all, but the reality is stark. The true beneficiaries are the powerful, the tech giants, the corporate titans, and the political elites consolidating power and wealth. Information is power, and they control it, shaping narratives that define our reality. This isn't progress, it's the consolidation of power, widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Section 7, a world without soul. The world envisioned by Project 2025 is a world of cold, hard edges, a world stripped of its humanity, its beauty, and its soul. It's a world where efficiency trumps empathy, where data reigns supreme, and where the human spirit is crushed beneath the weight of technological determinism. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can choose a different path, a path that prioritizes human flourishing over technological advancement. a path that embraces our shared humanity and recognizes the inherent dignity of every human person. The time to act is now, before the dystopian vision of Project 2025 becomes our inescapable reality. We must resist the siren song of technological utopianism and reclaim our humanity, our autonomy, and our future. We stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in human history. The path laid out by Project 2025, paved with the slick promises of technological salvation, beckons us forward with the seductive allure of progress. Yet, we have seen the darkness lurking beneath its shimmering surface, the potential for unprecedented societal upheaval, environmental devastation, and, the erosion of our very humanity. The allure of complacency is strong. It is tempting to believe the architects of this digital revolution, to trust in their assurances that any negative consequences will be outweighed by the promised benefits. But history is littered with the wreckage of such blind faith, of utopian visions that paved the way to dystopian nightmares. We cannot afford to be lulled into a false sense of security by empty promises and carefully crafted narratives. The stakes are too high, the potential consequences too dire. We must resist the urge to surrender our agency, to passively accept the future being foisted upon us. The proponents of Project 2025 would have us believe that its implementation is inevitable, that the march of technological progress is an unstoppable force. They speak of a future that is preordained, a done deal, leaving us with no choice but to accept their vision of the future. But this is a dangerous lie, a self-serving narrative designed to quell dissent and ensure our compliance. The future is not fixed, preordained, or inevitable. It is a canvas upon which we as a society have the power to paint our own destiny. We are not passive bystanders in this digital revolution. We are active participants, and our choices, our actions, and our voices will determine the course of events. The illusion of inevitability is a powerful tool of oppression, a means of discouraging critical thought and stifling resistance. We must reject this false narrative and reclaim our agency, our right to shape a future that aligns with our values and aspirations. It is not too late to change course, to chart a different path, one that prioritizes human well-being, environmental sustainability, and the preservation of our shared humanity. This will require a fundamental shift in our thinking, a rejection of the technological determinism that underpins Project 2025. We must move beyond the narrow definition of progress peddled by the architects of this digital revolution and embrace a more holistic vision of the future, one that values social justice, environmental stewardship, and the cultivation of human potential. This will not be easy. It will require courage, conviction, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. But the alternative, the dystopian future promised by Project 2025, is simply unacceptable. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. We must resist the siren song of technological utopianism and reclaim our humanity, our autonomy, and our future. This is not a fight that can be won by any one individual or organization. It will require a collective effort, a groundswell of resistance from all corners of society. We must educate ourselves and others about the true nature of Project 2025, exposing its flaws, its dangers, and its potential consequences. We must challenge the narratives of inevitability and technological determinism, reminding ourselves and others that we have the power to shape our own destiny. We must demand transparency and accountability from those in power, holding them responsible for the decisions they make and the impact those decisions have on our lives, our communities, and our planet. We must support organizations and individuals working to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable future. A future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. The world beyond Project 2025 is not a preordained dystopia. It is a world brimming with possibility, a world where we have the opportunity to create a future that reflects our highest aspirations, our deepest values, and our unwavering belief in the human spirit. It is a future where technology is harnessed for the betterment of humanity, where environmental sustainability is paramount and where social justice prevails. It is a future where human connection, empathy, and compassion are valued above efficiency, productivity, and profit. It is a future worth fighting for, a future we must create together.